Good afternoon. It's Saturday, February 22nd, 2020, and we're here at the Cross Insurance Arena for today's exciting Boys Class AA North Regional Final between the Red Eddies of Edward Little and the Deering Rams. This is Steve Schwartz along with Frank Myatt, joined today by Mike Hoffer from the Forecaster and the Press Herald. Mike, Deering has really just had a tremendous playoff season.
Yeah, they've really picked it up a notch, and that's what you want to do. You want to improve as the postseason arrives. The Rams had a great second half against Cheverus in the quarterfinals to pull away for that one, and what a huge victory for the program the other day here when they upset Bangor. Arguably their biggest win since winning the state title 8 years ago. You know, Bangor had beaten Deering twice during the season, but the Rams, behind Oscar Hussein's incredible performance, 29 points, pulled that one out, and now they have to play another team that's beaten them twice this year in Edward Little. And they always say beating a good team 3 times is hard. Deering's kind of, I think, banking on that happening again. Maybe they can do to Edward Little what they did to Bangor the other day.
So, and of course, in that Deering game against Bangor, Daryl Germain, 1 point in the first, I believe, and 17 in the second, or altogether 17 points in the game. He's also a force to be reckoned with, Frank.
He is, Steve. Good shooter, streaky shooter, which is what you want in this building. He can catch fire. Doesn't matter where he is. He has no real range limits. Same with Max Morioni. Those guys can shoot from the outside. Look for Hussein to try to open things up for the offense today. Hopefully the Rams won't need him to score 29 points, but as we saw against Bangor, he can score when he's needed to.
Folks, we had a chance to talk with Coach Wing and some of the Deering players at a practice earlier this week.
So here with Coach Wing. Coach, you've really done Portland School so proud this year. Congratulations on such a great season, 15.
Thank you very much. I think the kids deserve all the credit. They play hard. They do everything in the community, and they represent the schools in the best respect.
Well, Coach, let's just talk about yesterday's game against Bangor. You guys had been beaten twice by Bangor this season, and you just had some sort of a game plan of letting your players go and just do it.
Yeah, there is that old adage, it's tough to beat, a team 3 times. Statistically, that's not really the case, but the great thing about it was we had film, two games with the film with a lot on there where we had played man, we played 2-3 zone, we played 1-2-2, we pressed. So we had a lot to look at and see what worked in spurts, and we came up with a solid game plan from there.
You said after the Cheverus win that it was really a matter of timing and asking your players to just kind of, in some way, take their time, get the right shots. Did you get the feeling that that also happened last night? Of course it was really Oscar Hussein who excelled.
Yeah, we did. We had a little scoring lull in that first half. And then, just like a lot of teams, settle down, the second half comes around, and things loosen up a little bit. Once you can get out in transition, get some easy buckets, then you breathe, and those shots, they eventually come, and then they start to fall.
So next up, of course, is Edward Little. They've also beat you a couple times this year. Get a chance to cover one of your games up at Edward Little. What's the game plan for them? They've got that big guy, John Shea, who's very tough in the inside. But let's see, last night, in their first half, they had a little bit of trouble with the team they were playing with them, but then they picked it up.
Yeah, you definitely have to pay close attention to Shea. He's a loader there. He has good post moves. He's going to pick up offensive rebounds. So, we're coming up with a game plan kind of similar to Bangor, where, we will try to surround him, focus on the other shooters in the perimeter, and just try to take them out of their flow. They're so well coached under Mike Adams, and they run their sets really well, and we're going to just try to disrupt that.
Well, Coach, the Deering team is very well coached by you as well. Good luck to you and the Deering Rams.
Thank you so much for the chance.
So we're here with the senior co-captain, Daryl Germain. Daryl, what a year you have had. What's it like to be in the class of the Regional 5?
It's good. It's very competitive. There's a lot of teams out here.
Well, let me just talk to you a little bit about last night's game against Bangor. Because Oscar, really had a great game. He had 29 points. First of all, what can you tell us about Oscar in this game?
He's a really good player. He's hot. He's really hot. He gets in the paint. He distributes the ball very well to us. And he does all the extra things like get steals, rebounds, all the necessary stuff.
Okay, so that's great. You, on the other hand, had 17 points, almost all in the second half, except for one foul shot. What happened in the second half of that game where you went on fire?
We went into halftime. The guys said they really hit a couple shots, and Oscar was on the basket.
You're no stranger to that. Now you're playing Edward Little for the third time this year. Of course, you played Bangor twice and you lost to them. The third time was the charm. What do you have planned for Edward Little?
The coach has a game plan. We have to execute like we did with Bangor, and when we execute, we play very well.
Well, we wish you all the success in the world, and thanks for the
Thank you very much.
We're here with senior Ram star Loki Onder. First of all, Loki, congratulations on a really great season. Looking forward to the championship on Saturday. Tell us a little bit about your game. You're fourth on the team in double figures in scoring. You had a great game against Bonnie Eagle, which is a very, very strong team, with 18 points and 2 threes. So tell us what to expect from you on Saturday night.
Honestly, it's just, if I'm not into my head or anything, it's just going to attack, straight attack. Because like mostly it's just keep my mind in straight. It's just like have the mentality of just like have that want. You're gonna have that want. That's basically
The desire, that's great. So you went against Bangor, and you were beaten twice by them. You guys were not phased. You just had a couple of guys in particular that really turned it on. You all did so much. You had a bunch of rebounds as well. What's the game plan, if you will, for Edward Little in your mind?
The game plan for that game is just, it's just defense. We know we can score on them. It's just, we gotta, like, our main, goal, we emphasize this practice over defense, rebounding, we get those situated.
Okay, well, we wish you all the success in the world. Thanks for joining us tonight. So we're here with senior co-captain Max Morioni. Max, really, congratulations on such a great season.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a long process, lots of work going into it, but it's great to see our work finally result.
So let's talk about, so first of all, you're a 4-sport athlete, and I assume when you're in the moment, basketball is really what you're at about right now.
Oh yeah, all my energy and focus on basketball this year. I feel like we got a good shot this year for our team, so all energy.
It seems like, when Deering really needs you, you're ranked third in the team in scoring about 11, 12 points a game. It seems like when they really need you, you're willing to step up and really get that for you.
Yeah, I just find the spacing and work on offense. We all excel in the roles, and that's kind of what it's just keep going like we're getting ourselves the offense.
Tell me how you guys felt going into the game against Bangor. They beat you twice this year. I guess there's a maxim that it's really hard to beat a team 3 times, but you guys seem to play with an awful lot of confidence.
Well, I think if you play a team twice, you get familiar with them, and that kind of brought a little bit of confidence. We wanted to win. We had a great game plan going in for it, so I think it was all about preparation for that one.
And what are your plans for the Edward Little game? Do you know who you might be guarding?
I'm not sure on my matchup yet, but we'll get into all the game planning and stuff. So we've got some to do definitely.
Okay, great. Well, good luck to you. Congratulations already on a great season.
Thank you very much.
We got senior co-captain Mike Brindle. First of all, Mike, congratulations. Spectacular season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So you are also a football star, and I know that over the years we've called your names a few times, including in the Thanksgiving games and things like that. How does being in this game, the Class AA North Regional Championship, compare to moments that you've had at other times on the board?
I think it's going to be the most exciting one for sure. I mean, the first couple years I was here, we didn't get out of the quarterfinals. So for us to be able to get to the Civic Center, get a big win against a rival in Bangor at the Civic Center, and then get to play and Class A North Finals, it's a big deal for us.
Was it all the more sweet because you beat a team that had beat you twice this year, and you guys definitely found a way?
It was for sure.
And speaking of teams that have beaten you twice before, and you guys don't seem to succumb to the pressure, you've got Edward Little coming up. What's your plan for them?
Play hard, play with energy, and you got to bring it again. I mean, they beat us up pretty good twice in the season, like Bangor did. We're facing a great team, they're the best team in our conference right now. So we got to bring it.
Well, you guys are right there. You're third, but you're really the second best team in the conference right now, and we'll see. Maybe after Saturday, you'll be number one. Thank you so much for doing this.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
We're here with senior do-everything Jesse Camelendua. Jesse, you've really had a great season. You know what? One of the things that is notable is that you can really electrify a crowd with a dunk.
Well, it's just about having fun. I just want to play, and whatever I do is just about the team. And if I have my opportunity, I go up, and if I don't, I just go up for the layup. The end goal is just to get points and to win. That's it.
Well, and you've certainly done an awful lot of that this year. You also are a great rebounder as well, so you take pride in that aspect of your game.
Yeah, mainly rebounding, box out, and also free point shooting. That's our main principle. That's what we live by. That's how we're beating most of these teams, just blowing them out.
You know, I've had to learn the game, which is much different from when I was growing up. And the game really now is sometimes you're underneath and you're in the paint and you kick it out to somebody else to get a free. You could be the guy that gets the ball and kind of drains that free.
I don't think that will ever be my role because I'm not that well of a three-point shooter. But I do look for the outside shots. But if I have the opportunity to go up, I go up. And if I don't, just kick it out to Darryl on the opposite corner. But that's if I see it.
Right, and that's really what you've excelled at this year, in fact. So, and again, we know a dunk is only 2 points, but boy, that can really electrify a crowd. Let me ask you this now. You guys have been defeated twice by Bangor this year. You just didn't seem to have any pressure. You just went in there and played your game.
Yeah, it's just that game we didn't really focus about getting points. It was more about defense. Defense. That's all we focused on, and that's how we managed to go up in the second half and just absolutely just go by easy, and then that was it. Just playing defense, that's it.
And do you expect to be doing the same thing against the L?
Yeah, definitely. You can't just go out there and just play our best offense and not play defense, because if you don't play defense, that's how we let teams stay in the same competition with us. So we have to play defense to play offense.
Well, we've seen you very intensely this year do some very good things. I wish you all success. Class AA, state regional championship game north. Good luck.
Thank you.
So, Mike, it seems like one of the keys is to contain John Shea, Storm Gibson, York. The names go on and on.
Right, it's it. The thing with Edward Little this year is they don't have the superstar that they've had in recent years, but they're very balanced. They're very fundamentally sound. The EL boys remind me a lot of the Oxford Hills girls. They don't get rattled. They're used to playing in these big games. And, Deering's going to have to take it to them and beat them because Edward Little's not going to beat themselves. It's going to be a tall task because this EL team is very strong and they're very well coached too. So Deering's got their work cut out for them, but they have the talent to win this game.
Frank, to a person, you heard what some of these players said. They are really great young men, and they have nothing to lose here and everything to win.
Absolutely, Steve. I think they're playing with house money. In the past, we saw Deering bow out in the quarterfinals a couple years in a row. They got it over the hump, got back into the regional final for the first time in 8 years. They have the athletes, they have the shooters. They just have to go out and believe they can do it, and they can take it to EL if they can.
Frank and I will be back to bring you all of the action along with Coach Wing and the Rams in just a moment.
For the AA North Boys Championship, it features the third-seeded Rams of Deering High School, the visitors in their black uniforms, and the top-seeded Red A's of Edward High School, the home team in the white uniforms. The Maine Principals Association, along with both Deering High School and Edward High School, advocate and expect good sportsmanship on the part of all players, coaches, and spectators. Therefore, we require that all present do their part in ensuring that today's contest is played in a positive sporting spirit. Today's timer is Dave Perry, the scoreboard operator Tyler Berthiaume, the official scorer is Ellen Durden, the musical coordinator Tyler Patton, and the certified trainer in attendance is Sarah Leonard. Today's championship game officials are Mr. Jeff Mertzel, Mr. Dick Draper, and Mr. Dick Milliard. Before introducing today's starting lineups, let's first meet the team personnel for each squad. Beginning with Deering. Not in uniform, sophomore Alex Williams. A sophomore number 1, Max Shikuda. A senior number 4, Diane Sheehan. A sophomore number 5, Peggy Solomon. A sophomore number 10, Charles Benninger. A sophomore number 15, Rocco Minervino. A senior number 12, Cole Martinson. A sophomore number 13, Mateo Busco. A sophomore number 14, Nick Langella. A junior number 24, Ettore Seminosa. And a senior number 50, Jesse Cavalandura. For Edward Little, student manager Nash Jordan. Student manager Cooper Watkins. A senior number 5, Daniel Mills. A senior number 12, Jermaine Nueso. A junior number 22, Devontae Scott. A junior number 23, Tyson Green. A junior number 30, Tom Mayweather. A junior number 31, Quincy Coachman. A junior number 32, R.J. Nicholas. A sophomore number 35, Patrick Enfer. And now for today's starting lineups. At forward for Deering, a 6'3" senior, number 11, Captain Max Morioni. At forward for Edward, a 6'4" senior, number 33, Max Priestley. At forward for Deering, a 6'4" senior, number 21, Loki Anda. A 6' senior, number 3, Captain Storm Gibson. At center for Deering, a 6'2" senior, number 23, Captain Mike Randall. At center for Deering, a 6'5" sophomore, number 10, Sean Shea. At guard for Deering, a 5'10" senior, number 2, Oscar Hussein. At guard for Edward, a 6'1" senior, number 11, Cam York. At guard for Deering, a 5'8" senior, number 20, Captain Daryl Germain. And at guard for Edward, a 6' senior, number 1, Captain Austin Brown. Deering is coached by Todd Wing, assisted by Dan Legage, Josh Stoll, Tim Miller, and Jordan Tripp. Edward Little is coached by Mike Adams, assisted by Craig Gibson, Tim Baines, Elgin Physick, and Paul Cody. There will be no national anthem.
So here we go. Frank, ready for some exciting basketball here.
Fans are ready. We have a pretty good crowd, good-sized student sections on both ends. We're going to have Anda and Creaser lining up for the tip from Jeff Mertzel.
The second game of our Portland Schools doubleheader. Portland girls came up short by 10 to Oxford Hills. We'll hope for better things for the Rams. John Shea controls off of that jump. Cam York now. He's quite the field general, and boy does he put an exclamation on the beginning of the game with a 3. Had a chance to see him from the floor at the last game that they had against Wyndham. They did away with them rather handily, as I recall.
That was EL showing man-to-man, face guarding Oscar Hussein.
Hussein inside, he gets the pass, and they're going to call him for travel. So the first turnover is Deering's.
Saw the Eddies kind of collapse on him once he broke contain. Looks like Coach Adams is going to try to prevent Oscar Hussein from beating his team like Hussein did against Bangor, scoring 29.
That happens, you're going to want to see Max Morioni and Daryl Germain step up. Shea from the foul line. And that's going to miss everything. We'll have a Deering ball. 3-0 is the score here.
That great defensive possession from the Rams there. That's what you want. You want John Shea stretching his range.
Jermaine drives and
Love travel.
So 2 quick turnovers on travels here.
I would venture to say, Steve, a tightly officiated game would certainly point Edward Whittle's direction. If they let him play, look for Deering to try to put on a run.
Shea cold in the early going. Oh my gosh, Morioni was fouled. Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
He fell over the back of Storm Gibson, who stuck his rear into him, really, and that is a very, very surprising call.
And that Deering student section, Deering bench not happy. So Oxford Hills with a freebie here.
Yeah, but once again, yeah, that's going to be, that will be Red Eddie's ball, though.
Yeah, off Randall.
York from downtown. Hussein with a rebound. Quickly down court. He's got York on him. He jukes him. 3 in the middle. Off in the corner. And the rebound will come to Max Creaser.
Good dish from Hussein, but Deering has to look to get into their offensive sets. They do not want Oscar Hussein just pounding the ball into the hardwood, penetrating, either dishing or scoring. They would be much better off getting into a look.
Just under 6 minutes in the first quarter. 3-0 is the score. Edward Little in front. There's the cutter. Creaser back to Shea. He kind of bends in, but the rebound comes to Anda. Loki Anda now. Off to Morioni on the right. Off to Anda. And that's going to be a block on Cam York.
And York's going to be shaken up too.
The Edward foul is on number 11, Cam York. His first, team's first. Edward substitution, number 5, Daniel Brooks.
So 5:39 left here in the first quarter. 3-0 is the score. Oscar Hussein. The high inbound to Anda. A couple of spins and in.
Yeah, good dish, good move, good basket.
3-2. The Rams are then 1 in the very early going here.
Deering still showing triangle and 2 that we saw against Bangor. With Hussein on Creaser and Germain on Brown.
Oh, the open player is Gibson. He finds the nice open look there, but yeah, and a foul. Anda's foul. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah.
That foul's going to be on Dan Milks, number 5.
Okay, I just was thought for a minute there was an indication that it was the Red Eddie's ball.
Easy, Johnny Most.
Just say we're taking it out on the far end. I'm not really sure with today's game so far, but we'll see. Morioni to Oscar Hussein, has Jermaine underneath. Maybe one pass too many. It's out on Creaser as he tried to find Randall underneath.
Right idea there. Dish it into Jermaine, having a quick pass when EL helped off him, but deflected out of bounds by Creaser.
That's a steal by Creaser.
Yeah, 4 quick turnovers for Deering. They're going to have to clean it up here.
Honda with yet another rebound. Takes it coast to coast and in.
Wokey told us in those interviews, Steve, that he was feeling good.
And he gives the Rams a 1-point lead, 4-3. Gibson over to Milks. The long 3 for Cam York. He accounts for all of EL's points on the strength of 2 3-pointers. It's 6-0. 6-4, and another turnover for Deering.
And a carry. So go right back to Deering.
But it is, I think, 5 turnovers now to 1 for EL.
That's what my count says. And Pori Semahosa is going to replace Mike Randall here.
John Shea returns, and number 32, RJ Nichols checks in.
Honda now has Semahosa, and there's a reaching foul on number 32, RJ Nichols, in the game.
Good work by Deering to draw John Shea out of the post in the man-to-man defense. They pull him out to guard Semahosa in the corner, and that left the matchup for Jermaine inside.
Morioni comes up with it. It'll be 6-4 now, a 2-point Red Eddie lead. 3:41 left in the first quarter. Milks dishes it to York, who's had a very hot hand in the early going. The steal by Hussein, the break. Oh my goodness.
Oh, they're going to call an offensive foul? Wow.
He did, you know the old warding call that you've told me about in lacrosse. He did kind of push off the Deering player, but Oscar Hussein certainly doesn't think so, and neither does Coach Wing.
No, I tend to agree with both of them.
So a 2-point Red Eddie lead in the early going. Goodness. No call there. York fakes. Shea inside.
It'll be a hold on Loki Honda. Deering bench wanted to travel.
The Deering foul is on number 21, Loki Honda. Personal foul number 1, team foul number 2.
Milks inside. Outside to York. Again, Honda with the rebound. So he's on fire today with 4 rebounds in the very early going. Hussein stripped up.
They're going to say jump ball. Yeah, that's your up and down, Steve. They say the ball was held. So Deering will retain possession, but no basket.
Storm Gibson returns for Edward Little.
Storm Gibson, the Class AA North Defensive Player of the Year.
Nice bucket by Honda. All 6 of Deering's points, and the score is 6-6. 2 players here, Cam York, Loki Honda.
Back and forth we go.
Account for all of the points in this game so far, 6-6, with 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Yeah, the hard move inside. John Shea, very tough to beat.
Yeah, he has terrific body positioning, Steve, for being just a sophomore.
Have a reach-in foul by Austin Brown.
It'll be his first, Edward Little's 4th.
And a couple of substitutions here as looks like Max Creaser will come back in. And Jermaine Luiso will come in as well for the Red Eddies. Hussein, Morioni on the outside. Ultimately, Luiso will come in and get that rebound. He came in an earlier game and pretty lights out with the rebounds.
And Morioni's been cold shooting so far in this building, but as we've seen with him, he's kind of a streaky shooter. If he gets hot, watch out.
Way outside to Storm Gibson. 1:46 left here in the first quarter. It's a 2-point Red Eddy lead.
Yeah, kind of the same game plan that we saw from Coach Wing against Bangor. Make the secondary players beat you. Double foul here. And that was Dick Draper with the double foul call as John Shea doesn't like it and Pori Samahosa doesn't like it. It'll be one team foul each as he just kind of breaks up the scrap inside.
The other foul is on number 10, John Shea, his first team's fifth. The giving foul is on 24.
Nice call, Frank.
His first team's third.
Now, again, the call nobody likes.
But you made it well anyway. I'll just put it that way. You got the right players. I
think the men in stripes are the only ones who enjoy the double foul.
Oh, my goodness. The three for R.J. Nichols. So EL, on the strength of almost all threes here, has the lead. Let's see what that's going to be on. It's a blocking foul.
I think it'll be on Milks.
It'll be his second. It's a 5-point Edward Little lead, 11-5. 1:08 left here in the first quarter. Hussein set to inbound. Kimalandua was in and out as quickly as didn't get a chance to announce that he had come in.
Yeah, Mike Randall returning with a little wrap on his left arm. He might have got scratched. Moving screen. No, it'll be on Gibson fighting through. And so already up to 16 fouls for Edward Little, 3 for Deering. Correction, that's 17 fouls. So we're shooting 1-1 here with 1:03 left in the first quarter.
So checking back in is, R.J. Nichols went out and in, I guess.
Both coaches here with quick substitutions.
Jermaine gets his first bucket of the night.
And Deering did not shoot foul shots well against Bangor. So certainly a hallmark of a good team as well. The ability to make the freebies in tournament time.
He can put the Rams to within 1, and he does. 11-8 is the score. Red Eddies in front. A minute left here in the first quarter.
A good hustle there by Morioni on the scramble. We saw Morioni and Hussein get out of the triangle in 2 for a quick trap. Recovered, deflected. Now gives Deering a chance to set up its defense again.
What is a triangle in 2, Frank?
So the triangle in 2 will play a zone with 3 players in the middle of the floor. So we'll see Morioni, Randall, and Semahosa inside playing zone while Hussein and Jermaine are face guarding 2 offensive players.
Amazing. York looking for the open 3. Instead he dishes to Shea inside on the fall away. And the rebound, Max Morioni. Quickly out to Hussein. 26 seconds left. Hussein from South Portland, really. And then on the line is Semahosa, so.
Yeah, wasted possession there, Steve. Hussein pulled up from far too long, and there's really no chance to get in. Just dribble, pull up, and launch. If you're Edward Little, let him take those shots all night.
I mean, he hit his heart. He said, clearly my bad, and he knew he had launched a little too early there.
Yep. So this might be Edward Whittle's best combination on the floor to counter the triangle in 2. They have really 4 shooters to go with John Shea.
Oh, a foul with 3 seconds left. That'll be on Mike Randall, I think.
There it is. I guess it's on Semahosa.
Well, I guess.
So 2 on Semahosa.
I almost thought I saw the referee's hand say 23, but we'll see.
I thought so as well.
Shooting a second here is Max Creaser. So Creaser hits 1 of 2. It's 12-8. There's 1 second left. Hussein launches just off the rim. We'll end the first quarter with the score. Edward Little 12, Deering High School 8. Okay, folks, second quarter action here. Steve Schwartz and Frank Meid, along with Tom Morioni on camera for WPPS, TV 1302, and YouTube. Just search by searching Portland Public Schools, Portland, Maine Public Schools, and scrolling down to sports. Cross court, back and whoa, my goodness.
That block on Jermaine. He was looking for the charge, but couldn't quite sell it.
The Deering fouls number 20, Harold Jermaine. Personal foul number 1, team foul number 5.
Now,
great hustle there by EL to maintain possession.
and they do once again, and up and in for Max Creaser, a very, very dangerous player. Anda between the legs, double team there. Here comes Hussein over to Anda. Anda inside, dishes to Morioni. Deering looking just a little bit hurried.
Yeah, they're going to pull it back, get into their look.
Jermaine with a nifty shot. Brings the Rams to within 4. It's 14-10, 6:54 left here in the first half.
Deering has shifted out of their triangle 2, it appears.
Trouble.
Third Edward Whittle turnover. 6 for Deering.
Edward Little defeated the Rams twice this year. Third time, hopefully the charm for the Rams.
As we said in the intro, it's tough to beat a team 3 times.
Honda with the nice move there, but it didn't fall. Give Shea the credit for that rebound. Oh, York, wow. What a move!
Great take by Cam York.
With the team of stars, I'm not sure he gets the credit he deserves, although he fouled that time. That was a reach.
Yeah, we'll have 1 and 1 to counter.
York, all-region honorable mention.
He's one of the more underrated players on this Edward Whittle team.
John Shea and Austin Brown were a first team. Max Creaser's second team. All conference. Of course, Daryl Jermaine, first team. Oscar Hussein, second team. Max Morioni, honorable mention for Deering.
Both these teams are senior heavy.
The Rams are once again within 4. Cam York with the ball. Creaser in the corner for 3. He's got a foul shot, he's got a field goal, and he's got a 3.
Now, Creaser killed Deering up at Edward Little the first time.
Semahosa, I love a jump ball.
Alternating possession here.
I think Randall was really just trying to stay out of trouble there.
Two teams playing physical basketball. Nothing wrong with that. Storm Gypsum face guarding Oscar Hussein.
Oh my gosh, the hang time.
Wow. That's the kind of big time takes that Deering needs from Darryl Germain. He's a senior, he's a leader on this team, and he's starting to play like it.
19-14 right now. The Red Eddies in front. York goes from an NBA 3 and hits it.
That was Austin Brown for 3.
Oh, rather, excuse me, Austin Brown. He only had one on his back, not 2. 22-14 is the score. I mean, Edward Little is very hot from the floor right now. Jermaine in traffic, no foul. But Semahosa, hopefully, will get the call. And shoot 2.
He will. John Shea protests.
That was on number 10, John Shea. His second team's down. On the line for Deering.
So another big situation here for Deering to stem the tide. Edward Little, that is, had 2 big 3s in the last 2 possessions.
1-1.
Oh, shooting 1-1. Semahosa gets his own rebound.
Yeah, good follow there. Jermaine from deep.
Semahosa inside the block. Whoa. Randall with the basket there on the putback. Well, nice little dish to the right. Creaser now. Jermaine quickly on him. Melks thinks about it, pulls it out. Luizo to Melks. Melks makes it look easy, but Randall, that was a foul in the last game, by the way. I'm just saying, that reach over.
The officials letting the boys play a little bit here, Steve, which again, I don't think either coach will be too disappointed about.
Oh my gosh, what a, yeah.
And the block.
The blocking foul beyond Creaser before the pass.
Wow.
Actually, he'll be on Gypsum.
Shooting 2 for Hussein. Had a little over the limit.
So Hussein can bring the Rams to within 5. There's going to be a question here.
I think there's going to be a foul on 33, Creaser. You were right, Steve.
Yeah, I feel better about it now.
Well, Gypsum wasn't even on the floor.
Hussein makes it look easy. His first 2 points of the game. So Edward Little, pretty good game plan for him. It's 22-18, 4 minutes left in the first half. This game seems to be going much quicker than the last game, the girls' game that we did.
Fewer whistles.
Except the turnover there for York. Whoa.
Jeff Mertz looking to talk to both players involved in that little collision. Looks like we're all good. Hussein has to keep his head in this situation.
Well, and it looked like he's the one that actually got the worst of that from Kim York, but be that as it may.
He's gonna play calm, let the game slow down for him.
And I mean Austin Brown, maybe. Or maybe it was Gypsum, I guess. Anyway, here's Hussein outside.
Great
dishes.
dish.
Oh, too hard. Oh, a quick steal. Oh my gosh, one pass too many. It's a jump ball.
Yeah, arrow to EL.
Well, that was a quick sequence here as we have 3 Red Eddies coming in to relieve their compatriots as Cam York comes in and R.J. Nichols. I think Cree said we're going to have a timeout with 3:26 left in the first half. The score, Edward Little 22, Deering Rams 18. We are back from the Edward Little timeout. Before this game is over, I want to see if we can figure out what a Red Eddy is.
I'll let you know. I've been trying to figure that out for a couple years.
I might have a connection.
Wide open.
Jermaine with the rebound. He's got 2-on-1. Oh, a pass was not well executed.
Yeah, ball just barely rolled onto the baseline before Ando was ready to kick it out.
And that was just a little too hurried there by Daryl Jermaine as it was down by Morione's feet.
And Deering back in triangle in 2.
It's only a 4-point EL lead here with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Wide open.
Now look at that look. Nichols for 2 as Kamalendua falls down trying to block it. Oh, the no-look pass, but barely handled. Oh my gosh, what a move. That will stay Deering ball. He is athletic, Oscar Hussein.
Kamalendua will come out.
Two and a half minutes left here in the first half. EL up by only 4. So we'll have a Deering timeout to avoid the turnover. We'll take 1-2 with 2.5 minutes left in the first half. We are back. And again, Oscar Hussein having some trouble getting the ball inbounded, and Storm Gibson touched it, so it will not be a backcourt, and Gerald Jermaine will come up with it.
Never backcourt on any inbound, but
regardless,
Jermaine wise, just let that ball settle, pick it up, reset.
But on the line, Hussein, so it's another turnover.
9 for Deering. They have settled down after having 7 in the first quarter. But those often tell the tale in big games such as this.
So York now, straight up the middle. Shakes off one player, gets it over to him. Nichols travel.
5th turnover for the Red Eddies.
Versus 9 for the Rams. 24-18, just under 2 minutes. Anda, Hussein. Gets Jermaine inside. Wow, no call.
No, they're going to say that John Shea was straight up.
Strong to the bucket there. You could see Coach Wing not happy with that non-call before. 26-18 is the score. It's an 8-point lead. Hussein from downtown.
Deering can't rush in this situation.
It will be Deering ball, as that was off of Shea, as Gibson, Milks, and Luizo will check back in. So lots of depth on that Edward Little team, Frank. Lots of fresh legs here.
Yeah, 6 seniors for EL, 7 seniors for Deering. Both coaches not afraid to go deep and still have veteran talented players.
Jermaine with the ball. And he'll take it from downtown. And
somehow has stepped out.
Yep.
Deering has missed its last 5 shots. So this cold streak not exactly helpful for the Rams. We'll see how Deering comes out defensively here. Edward Whittle really knows how to close out quarters. You saw they had the 2 foul shots to close out the first.
And, they're not going to be in any hurry. Again, time is on their side. The end of the third quarter here.
And doing this will also stretch out the triangle in 2. Pretty much neutralizing its effectiveness inside against Shea. There's a block. Morioni's first foul. Deering 6th.
The Deering foul is on number 11, Max Morioni. Personal foul number 1, team foul number 6.
Wise clock management here from Mike Adams. 2-3 trapping zone from Deering.
Wow, nice ball movement. Pushed it back and forth here. 26 seconds left. They'll hold for the last shot.
Deering's got to keep an eye on R.J. Nichols as well as York. Nichols wide open in the corner.
Brown with the shot. It doesn't fall. And that will end the first half with the score, the Edward Little Red Eddies 26 and the Deering Rams. So, Frank, it's halftime, and the Red Eddies are up 26-18. Daryl Germain leads all scorers with 8, tied with Cam York for that with the Red Eddies. Loki Anda has 6 points, but the Red Eddies team has really neutralized the big scorer for Deering in the last couple, Oscar Hussein.
Yeah, exactly. I think both coaches will be happy with their defensive efforts. For Edward Whittle, as you said, taking away Hussein. Germain scoring 8. That'll happen. He's another big player. You can't neutralize everyone. On the flip side, the Deering Rams doing an excellent job out of that triangle in 2, really neutralizing John Shea. He only has 4 points. He's the leading scorer in Class AA North during the regular season. And as we saw against Bangor, if someone outside of that star quartet is leading the team in scoring, like Cam York, you got to be pretty happy if you're Deering.
Now, what does Deering have to do, though, in this next half here? Get better looks, I assume, or make some shots.
Yeah, but neither team's shooting very well. Edward Whittle was cold early. Deering's been cold late in the first half, only shooting 33%. They have to work through their offense, get open looks, not rush, and knock down those shots.
Folks, we'll see if that can happen. We'll bring it all to you next when the second half starts in just a moment. Here we go with second half action. Steve Schwartz, Frank Maya, Tom Morioni on camera for WPPS TV 1302 and YouTube. Loki Anda with the ball. Let's see if Deering can make some adjustments.
EL showing a little 1-3-1 and not helping off Germain. But they're on their own little triangle in 2. Interesting development here.
Anda from downtown. Ooh. Well, now, let's see what that's all about. I mean,
I think it's going to be on Germain.
All he's doing is running down the floor. Wasn't that not called before? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm being Johnny
No,
Most.
hey, Steve, that's definitely something to see. The officials adjusted halftime as well. Dick Milliard out with the quick foul call. I think that's perfectly justifiable to litigate.
Gibson inside, brings it back out to Shea. Oh, wow. Gibson
huge rebound
fights for that rebound among 3 Rams. And then nailing it is Austin Brown.
And Brown was held to just 1-3 in the first half, coming out early, giving EL a double-digit lead.
It is an 11-point lead for EL. Hussein dishes to Randall. Morioni for 3, and he hits it.
Yeah, Steve, we talked at halftime that Morioni kind of has to shoot himself hot. That's usually how it works with good 3-point shooters.
Brings the Rams to within 8. Oh, Hussein went for that steal, and he was just that close. Here's Greaser. Shea inside. Dishes to York.
Offensive.
York
Great take by Loki Anda. 3 fouls on Cam York. He'll be replaced.
Louisa will come in. Here's Hussein now. 29-21, 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Oops. Yeah, that was a pass to nobody. He thought it was tipped, but
I don't know how he was able to feed that through all those defenders.
you go right down the line and see all these great journalists who are here. Dave Eade, Travis Lee's just come in, Steve Craig from the Press Herald, our own Mike Hoffer, I like to say.
Friend of our broadcast for sure. We're lucky to have him and his expertise.
York, oh, he wanted it. Instead, it's drained by R.J. Nichols. So many weapons for this Red Eddie team. Tremaine up, and he's fouled. He'll be shooting two.
We'll see, Dick Draper headed over to make the call. It'll be, I believe, on Creaser.
Nope, Nichols. We figured out who Edward Little was. He was a philanthropist and an attorney.
Jermaine sinks the first.
And he makes both. So 32-23 is the score.
And Deering needs a stop here.
Yeah, Shea inside.
Wow.
Monster block by Loki Anda.
Great spring by Anda.
Jermaine high off the glass and in. It's 32-25.
And get an official's timeout. I think Creaser's shaken up. Both schools bringing two pretty good student sections here.
The Red Eddies to your right are dressed in beach clothes. There's the steal. Jermaine fast down the court. What a move! Oh my goodness, but it doesn't fall. The rebound is Max Creaser's. That could have been a momentum switch.
EL wisely coming down. They're just going to take their time, be calm, try to reset. Be a foul, maybe on Randall coming across, or it could be Anda. And it's Randall, his first.
I think his second, maybe. You are correct, sir.
Of course, Randall fouled out. Nearly fouled out of the Bangor game, playing with 4 for much of the second half. So he's certainly in a better position to be able to bang around with John Shea.
Just under 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. 32-25 is the score. Nice ball movement. York inside. And it will be daring ball.
Johnson and Louisa for incomplete.
So Hussein and Jermaine. Hussein a transfer from Waynfleet.
Correct, Steve. Senior transfer.
Jermaine taking over in the paint. 32-27 as the Rams slowly claw back.
And big-time players make big-time plays. We're starting to see that from Jermaine here. Wow.
My goodness.
Contested 3, knocked down.
Creaser. What a move by Hussein, but he's going to say he was bumped. He's going to plead his case, and he's not going to get it. So we're going to have a timeout. Oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry. I thought we were.
No, just some substitutions.
Ton of substitutions.
Hussein's got to be careful here as he's still John with the official. And Deering's on a 6-0 run until that Creaser 3 stemmed the tide.
York now, outside. Oh, there's the steal. Samahosa. Hussein, Morioni for 3.
Great look.
The rebound goes to Cam York. It was a good look. Morioni with the rebound. Hussein with the ball. Fakes, Onda for 3. Well, then yes, and he gets it. Brings the Rams to within 5, 35-30. Just under 3 minutes left here in the third quarter. Rams on a 9-3 run.
Another turnover. No, it's not. Let's say it deflected off Onda's leg. You know, Steve, heads-up play by Wilkie Onda there. He saw that Oscar Hussein might go over and argue with the ref, taps his own legs, said, it's okay, Oscar, we'll just play defense.
Shea with the quick shot. Recovered by Milks. Shea at the foul line, over to Cam York for 3. That doesn't fall. Samahosa. Rebound, handoff to Hussein. Quickly down to Jermaine on the right. Samahosa in the paint. Yeah.
Physical game inside. Samahosa wants the foul, but he's not going to get it. And Coach Adams will take a timeout.
And so will we with 2:22 left in the third quarter. 35-30, Red Eddies in front. We are back from the Mike Adams timeout. He has 3 left for the contest. Deering has 4 out of their 5. Oh, that's out.
Yep. Created by Hussein. Got a hand on that. Brown tried to recover it, rolled off Brown's fingertips for Edward Little's 10th turnover.
Storm Gibson will check in for Cam York. Oscar Hussein will inbound to Daryl Jermaine. Oh, he traveled.
Twelfth turnover for the Rams.
Does Edward Little have about half as many?
10 for Edward Little.
Thanks for catching me up, my friend. Cam York inside to Shea, back to York, back to Shea. These guys are just going to play pass.
Oh, good look to find Milks.
That was a great travel. It was a great no-look pass.
I don't think York was quite ready for it there, Steve. Wasn't in position. Moved before he put the ball on the floor.
Hussein to Samahosa. Ooh, goodness, that was a difficult pass there. Oops, Hussein. And
we'll have a push inside on Shea, his 3rd.
The Edward Little foul is on number 10, John Shea.
Coach Adams will get him out before he picks up another cheap foul in the last 86 seconds of the third quarter.
Only the third team foul. Here's Anda.
Wow.
Explosive move to the basket brings the Rams to within 3. 35-32, a minute 15 left here in the third quarter. Deering is doing something special in this quarter. Gibson up, floats it home.
Hussein tried to force that into Semahosa.
Just have to settle down here. They come to within 3. Now,
EL, I would not be surprised to see EL again bleed clock. Try to take the last shot unless they had a layup like that.
Yeah. Hussein gets that foul.
It's his second.
Goes over and pretty much apologizes to Brown. It's kind of a horse collar almost.
I think he's reaching out trying to grab ball and ended up getting a whole bunch of jersey instead. But pressure's on for Edward Little here. See if Brown can knock these down. Unsurprisingly, it's the first.
His 7th point of the game, as Louisa will check in for Milks. Cool as a cucumber, 39-32. Hussein from way downtown.
Yeah, that is definitely not the shot Deering wanted with 40 seconds to play. If you're Edward Little, that's pretty much just a guaranteed turnover. Now you lost what? 7 seconds off the clock. You get to run off even more and take the last shot. Here's EL in four corner.
Why not? It's a 7-point lead.
Probably hold till about 7, then attack.
Right you are, on the money. And it's Cam York. No, Hussein tried to get it off, couldn't get it that far. 39-32, heading into the fourth quarter. Okay, so we're back for fourth quarter action. We'll see what happens here. As we have Morioni, Semahosa, Jermaine, Hussein, and Anda in for the Rams. Oh, Shea on the alley-oop. It didn't really fall. A nice move there by Anda to come up with it. Gets it to Jermaine. Semahosa underneath, and he's fouled by Shea. Maybe by Shea, and if so, that's his
that's
fourth.
4. And that is on Shea.
Semahosa.
Yeah, he's given Deering some good minutes off the bench defensively.
It's a 6-point EL lead, 39-33. Semahosa hits both ends. So, York now with the ball. It's a 5-point lead. This is about the time that EL usually will sink a 3, and that's what we have to hope doesn't happen. Oh, York loses the handle. Hussein, 1-on-3.
And a little frustration foul from Hussein there, I think. Missed the shot, tried to strip the rebound.
You don't necessarily expect him to have eyes in the back of his head. He did have a couple of trailers.
And that is, as we've seen, maybe a little bit too fast. We saw that with the Portland girls. Sometimes the body gets ahead of the brain. So Deering extending the triangle in 2 now with Shea out of the game. They don't have to pack in. They can defend the perimeter a little more with their zone players.
So Milks has a cutter inside Creaser. It doesn't fall. Gerald Germain with the ball. Oh my gosh, he almost loses the handle. He picks it up again.
Yeah, Deering has to settle down here.
Off to Hussein. Hussein dumps it off to Morioni inside. Oh, he's blocked on the stolen really pass there by Creaser.
Again, just Deering has to settle down here on offense. They're playing good defense.
Coach Wing has said it before. It's all about the timing.
Huge.
Yeah, that's a big, big bucket for R.J. Nichols in the corner. Oh, I guess that was Creaser's shot. Excuse me. That's his third three of the game. With 6.5 minutes left, 42-34. EL in front. So coming off the Mike Adams timeout, that was R.J. Nichols' three-pointer, as we thought. The assist went to Max Creaser. So 42-34 is the score. Hussein to Germain. Germain almost loses the handle on that. He's looking for a cutter. He finds Hussein. Oh. Hussein comes up with his own rebound, gets it over to Morioni. Cross court to Randall. Again, just you want to see them settle down just a bit.
Right there, kind of a bailout for Hussein. He was under the basket, no real chance to be able to score, but instead he's fouled.
That looks like it's going to be on Austin Brown. Excuse me.
4 fouls on Cam York as well.
Shea and York, without them in the end, could make a difference here in this game. Hussein will bury the first one. He's got only 2 points in this game, now 3, all foul shots.
Yeah, EL's done a very good job collapsing down on him, not allowing him to get to the rim and wreak havoc.
A good pure shooter. 42-36 is the score. 6 points left in regulation.
A little 2-2-1 press from Deering. EL fans wanted to foul on Morioni there, but they're not going to get it.
Inside to Brown.
Instead, we foul on Germain on the floor, his third. Again, good foul. And preventing the easy lay-in.
So Brown to inbound to Milks. Nifty play there. Brings EL back up to 44-36 over the Rams. Germain inside goes in hard.
Travel. They called a travel on the jump stop. As you see Dick Milliard explaining on the jump stop, both feet have to hit the same time. He said it was one then the other.
Yeah. Here's York now. Morioni on
wide
him.
open.
Wide open is Brown. He'll take it.
He's not going to miss those.
47-36, an 11-point lead as we enter Susie Schwartz time. 5 minutes left. And I think, let's see what that is. There can be a foul on Randall.
And it will be. Nope, it's on Creaser. Again, very physical game here. The officials pretty much what these teams play.
Remained on to what a move that was.
They're just calling every spin move a travel here.
Gibson with the ball now over to Brown. Brown's got Morioni on him.
Good deflection.
Yeah, that was that was a steal by A deflection by Morioni, but look what's happened here as Brown ducks in. Randall will foul him, and he'll be at the line shooting one. 49-36 as Edward Little slowly runs away with it here.
Yeah, Edward Little on a 10-2 run in the last 2 minutes. The man at the foul line has had an awful lot to do with that.
Brown buries it. 3-point play. 50-36 is the score.
Good take by Germain and a timeout for Coach Wing.
Okay, here we go. Gibson looks for the long pass. Instead, he finds Milks in the middle.
Full court man, run and jump. Looks like maybe a run and jump from Deering.
Milks inside. Oop. No carry. Nice move by R.J. Nichols. Just not hitting tonight. Randall with the rebound, though.
That's going to be a travel because he felt he rolled back. I saw Randall try to get rid of it from the floor, but he already hit the floor.
So the minute you have the ball in your hand and you fall on your back, that's a travel?
That's a travel. The same with if you dive on the floor and possess the ball, you can't roll over.
That'll be EL turnover. 3:51 left, 52-38 is the score. Loki Anda checks in from Mike Randall. Watch out for Gibson here.
That pretty strict 7-man rotation for the Rams, as Hussein, Morioni, and Germain have played every second of this one.
Samahosa, Morioni inside to Loki Anda. Samahosa for three. He hits it.
Good stick for Empore.
52-41, 3:33 left.
Again, I can't give this official here, I believe this is Mertzel, enough credit for that. I mean, could have been a blocking foul, could have been an offensive foul. Instead, just let the ball go out of bounds and reset. As the official, you never want to be the one taking over the game. And of course, personally, I'm a fan of physical basketball.
The least calls, the better, Frank Myatt.
The fine people of Bangor may disagree with me, but... Wow.
Brown is fouled.
Great backdoor cut from Brown.
I'm not sure if that'll be on Anda or Hussein.
I think it's going to be Hussein.
You're correct, sir.
His third.
His fourth foul.
11 points for Austin Brown in the second half. He was held to just 3 in the first. Brown hits the first. Like the veteran that he is, buries both.
Well, there's a whistle before.
Foul on the floor with a block.
Goes up. 3 minutes left. 54-41 is the score. Red Eddie's in front right now.
Foul be on Gibson, so 1-1 for Daryl Germain.
Personal foul number 2, team foul number 7. On the line for Daryl Germain.
Big 1-1 for Jermaine here.
Hits the first.
His
17
17th
points.
point.
Exactly. Jake's.
He took the words right out of my mouth. So Jermaine playing quite well as a senior in a big moment. And he has been perfect from the foul line as well.
A little bit wild there, but yeah, Hussein on the reach.
That'll be 4 on Hussein. Not panic time for Deering either here.
That might be his 5th.
I believe it's 4. That is his 5th. Right you are, Steve. Hussein will take a seat. He'll be replaced by Nick Wangella.
You know, he had such a good run, but unfortunately not today. Frustrated. And he wants to help his team.
And credit to Mike Adams there. Adams had a good game plan for him. Collapsed on him when he broke contain and get into the paint. Really tried to force him into bad shots.
Samahosa.
Wow. And great hustle by Wangella there.
With the rebound.
Travel.
With 2:38 left, you can ill afford that. Down by 11.
I think yet again, Morioni's body got going quicker than his mind there.
Frankly, it happened so fast I couldn't even tell who it was. Shea's back in with 4 fouls. So is York. Actually, Austin Brown. Yeah, York is as well. Austin Brown is something else with the ball. I mean, why not, right? The time is on their side.
That'll be a foul on Wangella. Down 2:02. Deering's going to have to start playing the foul game if they're going to get back in. But the wrong man to send to the foul line.
The Deering foul is on number 14, Nick Wangella. Personal foul number 1, team foul number 9.
Leads all scorers with 16 points, although, let's see, Jermaine actually leads all scorers. He certainly leads his team, though. And it'll tie Jermaine if he scores here.
I don't know what's going on here with the substitutions. I don't have to.
It was an interesting cheer. The Yankees, the Yankees cheer. Yankees aren't good. Let's just put it that way. I don't know what I can say or not say on WPPS, so I think it's better not to say it. But it's an interesting cheer.
No, we wouldn't want to call from the FCC.
So there's a foul.
Deering over the limit, so 2 shots for Max Kreeser here.
Importing Samahosa checks in for Deering.
EL 10 of 11 from the free throw line today.
Yeah, I mean, they've really fired on all cylinders. They've hit their threes when they've needed to. Jermaine trying to do it all there inside. The rebound to Randall. Turnover.
Yeah, now EL wisely, they're just going to go 4 corners here. Try to run out the clock. Semahosa commits the foul that he had to.
The Deering foul is on number 24 in the Pole 7 Rosa. Personal foul number 3, team limit. Boston Brown will have 2 shots.
He's like money at the line tonight. I believe he's 8 for 8.
2 free throws, Boston Brown.
9 for 9.
Will be a block on Brown.
The foul is on number 1, Boston Brown.
So 1 and 1 for Jermaine.
His second, team save.
Not letting up as Shea, York, and Nichols come back in. 60-43 with 1:15 left. Jermaine with another bucket. It goes in the hard way, 60-45. So it's a 15-point lead. We'll have a foul here. Well,
wow.
The foul is on number 24 in the Pole 7 Rosa. His fourth, team limit.
And Semahosa thought that he had position for an airmailed pass, but he's saying he quipped him hip to hip. Hey, look at that. EL does miss free throws every now and then.
Only their second missed free throw of the game.
And one of the hallmarks of a championship team, Steve, is the ability to make those foul shots. Yeah, we're gonna start seeing some substitutions. Classy move here from Coach Wing, getting his 2 non-starting seniors, Bayan Shiha and Cole Martinson on the floor.
Next,
Marioni with the bucket. It's 61-47. Chips into Brown. And the foul be on Max. His second.
the Deering foul is on number 11, Max Morgan. His second, team limit.
Afraid that the daring dream, like the Portland girls' dream, will end here today as Milk sinks the first. A gallant effort by a great team this year. Ranked third, beat Bangor, who had beaten them twice this year.
And just not enough firepower to overcome a very disciplined and mechanical Oxford Hills Edward Whittle team.
Jermaine inside, he's fouled from behind by Devontae Scott, who's in right now. Number 30 is Tong Mai Wen, he's in. We know the name Mai Wen from Edward Little, he's a young player.
Mai Wen, I believe, only a sophomore. Correction, he's a junior.
Maybe not the same firepower as his brother Wohl. By the way, I think it's his brother.
I believe it is. I believe we checked on that when we were up at EL.
Jermaine sinks another free throw. some more daring players as Kamik Solomon and Maxwell Chikuta will check in for the Rams.
Man, nice hand for Daryl Germain. He really gave it his all in there.
And Kemalandua is in there, gets the rebound and puts it in. 17 seconds left. .35 is Pat Anthony. We've seen him enter games 4 times this year that we've covered, and that usually means that EL has won the game.
Yeah, excellent team, well coached. And it'll be a very tough out in the state championship game against the winner of South Portland Thornton Academy.
Promises to be a very exciting game. We will not be covering that on WPPS because WPPS stands for Portland Public Schools. Mai Wen gets on the board with a bucket. Kemalandua with the rebound. That's the end of the game, folks. 64-51. Edward Little defeats Deering High School in the Class AA North Regional Final, and they will go on. There's a nice hug there for York and Hussein. They're all hugging, actually, these players. They probably play travel ball together, some of them. But they will go on to play the winner of the South Portland Thornton Academy game.
A valiant effort from the Rams this year.
John Shea, 4 points. Cam York, 8 points. Max Priester, 12 points. R.J. Nichols, 13 points. And high scorer for Edward Little ending the game with 20 points, Austin Brown. Representing the Class AA, A, and B NBA Basketball Committee are Mr. Tim Stebbins, Assistant Director of the Biddeford Regional Center of Technology, and Mr. Dan Hart, Interim Principal at Agnes Gray Elementary School in the Oxford Hills School District. On behalf of the Maine Principals Association Class AA, A, and B Basketball Committee, we congratulate the Red Eddies of Edwardsville High School and the Rams of Deering High School on an outstanding regular season and on their play in this regional basketball tournament. Both communities should be proud of your efforts in reaching today's Class AA North championship game. At this time, would Todd Green, head coach at Deering High School, and his assistants, Dan Gage, Josh Stone, Jordan Tripp, and Tim Miller, please come forward to help present the individual awards to the team members. The individual awards for Deering go to sophomore Alex Willings, sophomore Kamik Solomon, sophomore Rocco Minervino, sophomore Nick Lenjo, Sophomore Max Shikuda. Sophomore Charlie Benedict. Sophomore Titeo Augusto. Junior Corey Semyohosa. Senior Renan Sheehan. Senior Cole Martinson. Senior Jesse Kamalandua. Senior Oscar Hussein.
Nice ovation for Oscar Hussein here. He gets his runner-up medal.
Senior Captain Mike Randall. Senior Captain Loki Unda. And Senior Captain Daryl Germain.
Jermaine, it's a great game and a great year.
Yep, Deering senior heavy with 8 seniors, led by that man right there, Daryl Germain. Really stepped it up today, took over when needed, led the Rams with 22 points. Great kid, who played his best on the biggest stage. For the Rams, returning 1 junior, Empore Semahosa, as well as 6 sophomores on the varsity squad. So while they'll be young, that does bode well for the coming years for Deering. Max Morioni getting called up as well.
At this time, if the Deering captains could please come forward.
We talked to him yesterday, a 4-sport athlete.
On behalf of the Maine Principals Association, it is our pleasure to present you this plaque, emblematic of the Class AA North Regional Runners-Up. Congratulations to Coach Wayne.
Max Morioni holding up the runner-up trophy. A good sport. So, Frank, a heartbreaking loss for the Deering Rams. They've got to hold their heads high. They've gone further than any Rams team has gone in so many years.
Yeah, we have to go all the way back to 2012 for the last time that Deering even made it to this stage. You know, credit to Coach Wing and his staff for getting this team prepared to play. You know, a team that coming into the season, many viewed as the favorite in AA North. Maybe also spoken about kind of underachieving, coming in ranked third in the tournament, but dispatched Chevers quite easily. Had that terrific game against Bangor, but just not quite enough firepower to take down Edward Little.
Daryl Germain led all scorers today with 22 points, and Loki Anda for Deering had 11 points and about 7 rebounds. Austin Brown came up big for the Red Eddies with 20 points. Cam York had 8, R.J. Nichols 13, Max Creaser 12, and John Shea only held to 4, but they can spread it out in so many different ways.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest difference between Edward Little and what we saw out of Bangor. Bangor is really focused on their 3 players, Suez, Martin, and Westrich, but Edward Little just has so many weapons, so many guys who can hit open shots that when you pack in and you try to take away their stars, they can still beat you. We saw R.J. Nichols hit some big threes, Creaser, York, and of course Austin Brown. These guys really know how to play. They have good guard play, and that's really a harbinger of good things to come if you're an Edward Little fan.
Folks, that's going to wrap it up on the season. This is Steve Schwartz and Frank Myatt for Tom Morioni and also Mike Hoffer with the forecaster, saying so long from the Cross Insurance Arena, where today, after a very valiant season, Coach Todd Wing and his team were defeated 64-51 by Edward Little, who will go on to the championship. Good night.